welcome your host of Bombing Run, General A.A. Ron.
Up first, Caitlin Monoski. Let's meet her real quick.
Yep, Caitlin. I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
All right. And let's give it up for Andrew Boyle, our second Joker Ace for the night.
Andrew Boyle, Weymouth, Massachusetts.
All right.
Glad to be here.
All right. This game is the fastest game. You do 3-minute sets. So you better, I got grease from the Army truck, apparently. You do three sets, and the mysterious comedian judge, Judge Dredd, will decide your fate if you get to live or not. I mean, if you become top dog. All right. So 3-minute sets, warning, 3-minute sets. And because Caitlin won game 1 tonight, she's going first, and then Andrew will be going second. So you have 3 minutes. So up next to the stage, our comedian combatant, please give it up for the Joker Ace, Caitlin Monoski, everybody. Woo, 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 woo.
So I've changed a lot since high school. My best friend that I've known since I was 15, I'm 26 now, still loves to introduce me as, this is Caitlin. We've known each other a very long time. We've been friends since before she believed in evolution. Because that set a tone. I have been told that I kind of talk like bananagrams. I just mash things together and they don't make any sense. So I'm going to put it to you guys. Is the sentence, McGriddles are my ambrosia, nonsense if it's true? I am from a small town. I don't know if anybody here is from a small town.
Woo! Yeah.
When I moved to Chicago, I used to tell people that my town was so small that we only had 1 murder a year.
Oh.
It's low enough to start taking bets. It's like the world's worst game of Clue. Friday night at the one football game that we all go to. Be at the Dairy Queen that we go to after the one football game in the next county over. Will it be over a German chocolate cake recipe that Ethel lifted off of Maribel? My bet's personally on the last one. There are some pros to living in a small town. The bad part of town is literally 2 blocks. And it's just because one of those houses has a scary dog and the other one has the toddler in Pampers that throws rocks. And crime's really low because the sheriff only has to park in one place because there's only one place that you could potentially do business in the entire county. And a gas station, taxidermist, pizza, bait and tackle. My town's so small that if I wanted sushi growing up, I'd have to go catch it myself. My upbringing was kind of rough, but I've been really focusing on myself lately. What's the saying? An apple a day keeps the doctor. And that's why I'm estranged from my physician father. I'm no longer identifying as having daddy issues. Not that term makes me feel kind of icky, but also I think it lets my mom off the hook for everything that I did. And if you think parental trauma is hot, might I suggest dating orphans?
Ooh.
Twice the baggage, and you never have to fight over whose family you see over the holidays. All right, that's been my time. Let's give it back up for your host.
All right, let's give it up for Caitlin Monoski, Joker Ace in the full team of the night. And Caitlin, once again, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at cmonosky, that's MENOSKY, and on TikTok at Caitlin.comedy.
Sweet. You can also find her in the smallest rural town where there's only 1 murder a year. That's awesome. I came from a small town too. It's so far away that you had to go through this other town called it was Notus. Notus. Let's think about how that sounds. They said notice. It was actually not us. So if you try to do anything there, it wasn't them. It wasn't them. All right. Okay. Judge Dredd is apparently ready to go. So this is the fastest game show ever. I told you that. So up next to stage is our second Joker Ace for the night. Please give it up for Andrew Boyle, everybody. Woo!
Thank you so much. I mentioned earlier that I'm divorced and I'm dating now, which is horrid because you got to get yourself into all types of shape. I'm trying to, I'm just out of shape. I'm not fat. I'm just out of shape. And there's a difference between the two. Like, for example, if you called me fat, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't chase you. I couldn't do anything about it because I'm out of shape. But it wouldn't be true. I don't want to say that laziness runs in my family because nobody runs in my family. But once you reach this age, once you get past 40, man, you're really starting to put the dye in diet. I went to the doctor and they looked at my BMI and it's not terrible, if I was 8 feet tall. And they say you should try running, you get a runner's high. And I said, I'm from Weymouth. I know what an actual high feels like. I can't go get a runner's high. You know what you never see when you see somebody running? You never see two things you never see somebody do when they're running. You never see them smiling and you never see them pooping. If you see somebody that's running while smiling and pooping, they got a different high going on. That's not a runner's high. I've done a little speed dating recently, which is when being from Weymouth, that's just dating while you're on speed. It's nice though. You go to a dinner and then you take a nice walk to Florida. It's cool. But it's crazy. Women are different now. It's so much different than when I was, before I was married. I mean, global warming has really hit hard because women are just not wearing clothing anymore. It's totally different, man. It's underwear is now outerwear. And I think just because women wear tights as pants, the tights are not pants. I mean, in the same way as like ice cream's not breakfast. I mean, it can be, but it's not. Women used to worry about visible underwear lines. Now they just have visible underwear. It's weird. They go on social media and post these pictures. If I said to like the prettiest girl in my high school when I was graduating, I have a picture of you in a thong and I'm going to put it up in front of the entire school, I could have blackmailed her for any amount of money that I wanted. Now women just do it for likes and clicks. But it's, I'm out there. I'm trying to date more. As I said, I dated somebody the other day, turned out to be a transvestite, which, in this day and age, you can't be shocked, but, and I'm not, exactly woke, but I said, just kind of shocked. I was like, let's just sat her down. I said, listen, I have no problem with you, being a transvestite, but you gotta come out and, say something, hide a thing like that. It takes a lot of balls. That's been my time. Thank you very much.
All right, let's give it up for Andrew Boyle, everybody. And Andrew, where can we find you on social media?
As long as I'm not on mute, you can find me on any social at DRUBOYLE at Drew Boyle.
Sweet. And don't look him up as Allison Dyen because that's not who he is. No, and when you get to this age, I'm 52, so I understand the age. Running, only thing you do is run late. That's all you do. All right, Judge Dredd has decided who is the top dog for tonight. So let's give Caitlin Manoski and Andrew Boyle a big round of applause before I mention who is top dog. They were awesome tonight. 3-minute sets. You gotta get those setup and punches out. And for the comedians, combatants who participate tonight, you can get feedback from the judge. Just message me after the show. All right. So, top dog for tonight's show is Andrew Boyle, everybody. Yeah. All right, Andrew. If this is a real good, paying gig, I'd give you lots of money. But this is like on Zoom, on Twitch. So you just get all kinds of YouTube kind of likes and follows. I'll make sure I'll get with you after the show. You are top dog. I do have some swag I can give you. So there you go. I can send you some swag.
Thank you. And I'll take that bronze medal that the wife gave you. That's
great. So that means I'm like runner up to my own marriage. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm not even runner up. I'm also just kind of placed. I'm fourth. Well,
I thought my ex-wife got excited to see the Amazon truck pull up. I can't imagine what happens in your house.
Yeah, well, I've had to ban them all. All right, that has been Bombing Run and Bombing Run Dogfight Edition for tonight, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Let's give a big round of applause once again for Judge Dredd for being such a great judge tonight. And to my co-producer, Sergeant of Arms, who you'll never know who they are because otherwise I'd have to put them in the witness protection program, and that's not a good place here. So for me, Sergeant at Arms and Judge Dredd, and all the comedians, this has been an Oddly Funny production. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thanks.
This has been an Oddly Funny production.